What's up, YouTube? It's the Console Samurai with Grown Ups Gaming. And with Square Enix's announcement of the release window of Xbox One's version of Rise of the Tomb Raider this holiday, 2015, and PlayStation 4 version next holiday, 2016, got me thinking about timed exclusivity and whether it's a good thing or not. And the truth is, it does vary depending on whether you're looking at it from the perspective of a gamer or a developer. Because from a developer standpoint, the $10 million that Xbox paid to Square Enix to get this year's exclusivity does make sense. Games are getting very expensive to develop. The better they look, the more realistic they look, the more power is required, the more people are required to do the programming, the more time is required, and that $10 million could really make a difference. It could actually have made the difference between both versions being released next holiday and one version being released this year, because, you know, that $10 million they gave us, well, that helped us develop the game, so we'll give it to them a year early. So from that perspective, I think it does make sense. From a gamer's perspective, it is a little bit different. You know, gamers, we don't care. We don't care about, honestly, we don't care about the money. We don't care about the money that it costs you to develop the game. We don't care about that. I mean, we do, but it's not our main focus. From a gaming perspective, and it's not just Xbox doing this. PlayStation's doing the same thing. I don't want people to think that I'm saying, oh, Microsoft is evil. Microsoft is doing shady things. PlayStation is doing something almost identical, where Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is getting a year's time exclusivity on all its DLC for a year. Well, with a game like Call of Duty, any of the Call of Duties, a year's exclusivity on all map packs, weapon packs, and everything. That's pretty much going to make the game a timed exclusive on PlayStation, while not actually doing it. So I kind of think that's actually, oh no, it wasn't a year. It was 2 months, I think it was, actually. 2 months. It was 2 months exclusivity, not a year, for Call of Duty Black Ops. But even though it's only 2 months, that's going to make a huge difference. Because to a competitive gamer, a gamer who always wants to be at the front, they always want to be the first one to get everything done. Whether it's, just for bragging rights, or, they just feel the compulsion to be the first, or in a more serious case, people who do it competitively. A competitive gamer is not going to go to the system that doesn't have the exclusive DLC and content. They're going to go with the one that has it. That way they will have it as soon as possible. It just makes sense. It is perfectly logical. Even though it is only going to be 2 months exclusivity, it's still going to be, it's still where people are going to go. But, and not to mention the fact that even though it does make sense from a developer standpoint, from an outsider standpoint, from somebody who's not a developer and not really a gamer who's going to be, standing in line to play either of these games. I'm not going to be at, midnight release to either of them. But what about the fact that you've got this game that, is a year, it's going to be a year before PlayStation players can play it. Isn't that a hell of a gamble that PlayStation players are still going to give a shit a year after it comes out? I mean, how fast do we care about games that are available? Games that we can play. How fast do we lose interest in them? But tell me what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of timed exclusivity in either the DLC or the actual title? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Once again, I am the Console Samurai, and I'll see you around.